Okay, just getting myself set up. I want to be able to see your guys' comments. And, of course, there's about a minute and a half delay between me starting and you seeing it. So I will fill that time with random nonsense. Right. Oh, great. And I've got a cat that I think is going to want out here in a second. Oh well, better at the beginning. Hello, Brian. Her father's with you. Hello, Brian's dad. Oh, okay, stuff. Just getting myself set up. I want to... Oh, now I'm able to see your guys' comments. Hang on here. Stop! I do not want to hear myself talk. Okay, there's going to be a brief intermission while I evict a cat from the room. Hopefully there won't be too much noise from the microphone. Actually, that's right. Hang on here. I think it's Alt F10. I'm going to mute the mic so I don't blast you with noise. Okay, in theory, you should be able to hear me again. And... yeah, the mic is on. Okay, well, what has happened so far? We started the Kingdom of Valrubia. We had a number of gnomes to start with. I believe we start with 9. And... it was really just getting set up, and then I think it was either a badger or a monitor lizard showed up. And so I thought, yes, I want to get the bones. So I sent my gnomes after it. That was a bad idea. We are now out of bandages. We have gnomes that... I don't think anybody's bleeding to death. I used to hope not. But we are out of bandages. We have no wall. Not in a good situation. I started... I practiced, since I couldn't stream last Sunday because my internet wouldn't agree with me streaming. So I did a lot of practice, and I can say with, well, not absolute certainty, but if I can pull their fat out of the fire, it'll be a good trick, because I think I kind of screwed up the beginning a lot, but we will see how it goes. We do have our market stall built, so hopefully in the summer we will get a merchant, and hopefully, if I can pull the fat out of the fire, we'll actually have something to sell said merchant, so we can get another yak and promptly butcher it for the meat, and most importantly, the bones with which to make a bone needle. So let's load it up. Oh, this is version 0.8.55, which is 2 updates from the last one. We played 0.8.53. So 0.55 has some pathing fixes and stuff like that in it. It has also, unfortunately, introduced a bug, which I'm sure will be corrected next patch. Basically, it involves, if you place... so far, I've experienced it with a statue and with pillars. If you place them and then try to deconstruct them or replace the tile underneath them, then it'll crash the game. Now, it doesn't always happen. It's one of those weird bugs where once in a while something will get set up properly. So you may see given my programming background, I'm going to assume that that bug can extend to any placed object. And so I'm going to try to be careful not to place things before the floor is done. There will be times when he can't help that, but I'm trying to avoid a crash during the stream. So anyway, the Ink Kingdom, as you can see on the screen, that's my test one that I've been playing. And it's actually fairly far along. But we're going back to Valrubia and hoping I can save my poor gnomes who are in a poor state, even if they don't know it. Now, I'm hoping that the music isn't too loud. If it is, let me know and I will adjust the volume downwards. I decided to have the music on, unlike last time, because there's not really much for game sounds and it's pretty quiet, so I thought that it would give it a little bit more interest, something to listen to. If I start humming it, however, I will turn it off because it drives me insane when I listen to a YouTuber hum constantly when they're thinking or whatever. And I am going to assume that it'll probably also drive other people insane. And we don't want any insanity here. Okay. So I'm just checking my stream. It looks like it's okay, so that's good. So yeah, hopefully at least comment to let me know that everything is still proceeding good. Brian, I'd appreciate that, just so I don't think I'm talking to myself. Which is always possible, I assume. Okay. Right. So let's have a look at our poor gnomes. They are in basically an unlighted home, which is not good. What is good, however, is we have a source of water right here. And I've discovered how to do mushroom farms. So once we can buy some mushroom seeds, we can try setting up a mushroom farm. And I'll talk about what I learned when we get to that point. But, so we've got our yaks safely pastured, which is good, because otherwise they could wander off. And we have all these ramps that the bad guys come down. We got to get rid of those. And we want to set up some signs. Yes, Val is very coherent today. No, I want to set up walls. We could put some signs up if they have signs, but it'll be like, please, goblins, stay away. We are not ready for you. You can see little droplets of blood here. Oh, awesome. The music level's fine. That's great. Thanks, Brian. Oh, yes. Okay, you're the trail. Blood leads to you. Let's have a look at you, Chester. Health. You're in good health. Okay, you're not bleeding to death. That's what I wanted to know. And let's just check our population. Well, I'm not going to find that under stocks, am I? Okay, nobody's died. We have 9, and nobody's injured. So that means I don't have to worry about anybody bleeding to death. However, I'm just going to double check that we are, in fact, out of bandages. But I'm pretty sure we are. It's under cloth. Bandage. Yes, we are completely bandageless, which is not a good thing. Now, this is our dormitory. Just trying to remember what I'd set up here. That's a stockpile. And this is our crafting. This must be our crafting room. I must have set up 2 crafting rooms. Yeah, okay. And this is our Great Hall. Yes. And this is our stockpile associated with the Great Hall, which all the food will go. And what did I put? Oh, I put a stockpile there. Okay. So we don't... This is our hospital. This was intended to be our hospital. I just haven't associated it with hospitals yet. Okay. Well... I'm just looking around to see what I've told these guys to do. Okay, so they are foraging. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. Because... we need to regroup here. Oh, come on. Why aren't you canceling? Am I not selecting you? There we go. Okay, and we got all this stuff here, so we're going to cancel that as well. think I'm going to cancel it. Okay. Okay. Just, oh, we got more up there. No. While the cotton would be nice, at this point, if I select the right thing, why is it not? What am I doing wrong? Maybe it has to be on the same level? Oh, maybe. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it only listens to it by level, which is... Boy, I told them everywhere, didn't I? What are you doing up here? You're foraging. Okay. We have 860 food, so all this foraging is not necessary. I was going a little overboard last time. And... cottonseed. Just make sure that I've got everything canceled that I want to cancel. Oh, there we go. What are you doing over here? More foraging. Okay. We will not do that. Okay. Right. Okay, I think I've canceled everything. Now we can regroup. We have lots of food. Let's have a peek at what we have for seeds. Although that doesn't really tell you where they are. They could be out here, which, since I'm planning to set up walls, won't do us too much good. That'd be down here. Plants. Seeds. Got lots of strawberries, a little bit of wheat. But we got the wheat planted, so we're not worried about that. And we got a lot of cotton seeds. And we have a cotton field going. This is a wheat farm as well. Okay. So we got some food going. We don't have anything resembling orchards, but if we set up our walls in a decent location, we'll actually have sort of some already built in. So, okay, so what I'm going to have my guys... What are you doing over here? Nothing? Why are you highlighted? I'm not sure why that's highlighted. I didn't tell you to do anything there, did I? Maybe I did. Okay, maybe I was... No, because that's where our home is, so I have no idea why that was highlighted. Okay. We're going to put up a wall. Now, we want enough room to do stuff with. So I think we're going to do that on this side. Because we will do the wall probably like this. And make use of the natural water feature there as part of our block. And over here, we want to make sure we have... Okay, so we got oranges, we got both types of trees there, so we're good. Apples. I think the only thing we're missing really is apples. But, oh, there's some right there. Okay, we're good. Now, that water feature. Wonder if my gnomes can get rid of that ramp. It's, well, it leads into the water, so in theory, monsters won't be able to come down there. Okay, so that water feature looks pretty safe. I'll see if I can get rid of that ramp, but that may not be necessary. Okay. We are going to set up a wall, and we are going to have to first chop the trees down. Now, I want to include as much of these trees as I can without actually making the wall too big, because I'm pretty sure time is of the essence. Okay, so let's start by cleaning up the ramps where we are planning to build our wall. So terrain, we want to remove the ramps. Probably, I think if we go across here, that should give us... Yeah, let's do it right here. Okay, so we're going to get rid of those ramps. And just to make it easier, I'm going to give a chop down those trees order. And I'm going to make it too wide. Okay. It's not too many trees. But see, now I've done that, I can actually start building a wall. And the nice thing about that is it will, in fact, ignore the places where the trees are. And we can go back after the fact and fill in the holes. But this gives our builders something to do while our guys are chopping. And it looks like we're going to have to forage that particular thingy to get rid of it. Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay, so let's get a look at that from a different angle. Oh, looks like there's another one we need to forage too. And another tree to chop. Let's get rid of you. And now we can train. Let's get rid of these ramps. I guess we'll just do this side, then let them get to work. And start getting going. I just wanted to get all this sort of preliminary orders done before we started running. I find it when you get a little further along in the game, I don't mind leaving it running constantly. But at the beginning, I like to watch what they're doing because it's so important. I've found that you need to really pay attention to what's going on. Okay, and we were going to make use of that natural water feature. Well, I'll put it there. I'm hoping I don't get a gnome stuck there. If I do, that would be bad. And I'm going to take most of this side and enclose it, which I've already said, so I don't really need to say it again. Now, do I want to do it that far out? I guess that's not much of a wall there, so that way we'll do it about 5 in from the edge. Monsters and merchants and gnomes will spawn within 5 of the edge. If you've walled it off here, they'll still spawn in this area. Even if you put a wall there, I guess they can still spawn in, but it probably would bump them inside, which would be okay for the gnomes and the merchants, not so good for the monsters. We want them to stay away. Alright, gnomes, let's get going. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to name these stockpiles. That's what I did in my... Yeah, Brian, I am just doing the ramps inside the walls. I'm not taking them all down. Just the ones that matter. Okay, so this stockpile has plants, seeds, and clippings. Okay, so this, I'll call this seeds. That'll just make it easier to tell what's in there. Now it says seeds. Okay. And so what are they building here? A stone cutter. Okay, that's the Great Hall. This would be the food stockpile, I'm thinking. Yes. I'll just call it food. Okay, do I have any other stockpiles set up? Food. What's this one? This one is... Oh, this must be the straw. Yeah, this is the straw. Straw pile. And this one. This one has nothing set up. Oh, wait, no, it has dirt. In fact, dirt and clay. Okay. Soil. Okay. And let's have a look at what what we have assigned. We have builders, 2 farmers, 2 miners, rancher, and woodcutters. Okay, I want to tweak the professions a bit here. The miners, they are doing hauling and they are doing stone stuff, which is great. Our woodcutters, again, they're doing wood and it looks like hauling, so that's fine. Our farmers, so they do cloth, they do some cooking and farming and all that sort of thing. Okay, that's fine. The rancher, hauling, he does some cooking. He's doing miscellaneous crafts. He's doing, I want to set him to be bone carving, because you start off with nobody assigned to bone carving, I believe. So I want to make sure that when we do finally get some bones, they can do something. Builders, they should be fine, just construction and hauling. Yeah, engineers. Oh, I wish we could have engineers, but we're not really ready for engineers. Okay. Right. If you go to the overview screen, you can quickly see if you have anybody assigned to particular tasks. So like blacksmith, nobody's doing blacksmithing. And that way you can quickly look and see how many people are assigned to something. Which is very handy. Okay. So let's see what's happening. We got somebody napping. We got somebody, looks like carrying dirt for a wall. You can hit F key and it will lower and raise the walls so you can see better the features. So we can see our wall is going up. I do not see any chopping going on. Perhaps our woodcutters. They're crafting items and chopping trees. Okay, one's chopping, so that's great. Now, just looking here. Looking at my cheat sheet of tips and stuff that I wrote down. Some of them I got from the web and some of them I came up with myself. So one of the things that I would like us to do is we need to build a well. And we need planks for that, and we need that all-important stone cutter. So we've got our carpenter. And what is he building? Workbench for build project. Well, let's not do anything with that because we don't want to interrupt their tree chopping. I don't want him to suddenly decide he needs to rush over to the workshop because we don't want that. We want him cutting those trees. And our miner is busy carving out the side, which is excellent. Once the ramps on this side are cleaned up, I'll pause the game and do the ramps on the other side. And hopefully by that time this wall will be built. Actually, I need to tell the guys to chop a little bit more, because we're going to put a gate here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side as well. And I'll probably put it over here. We'll go like this and then have this corner will be a gate. And the reason I decided I'd like the gate room is you put on the outside I fill it all in with a wall to start with, and on the inside I can eventually put a door. And what are you? You're a birch grove. Oh, I did start up the groves. Okay. So we got a birch grove and you... Oh, did I click on the same one? Probably. Birch grove? Birch grove. Why do I have two separate birch groves? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, another thing that I learned was that if you click... What injured the gnomes? What injured them was I sent them all off after, I think, a honey badger because I wanted the bones from the honey badger. And it didn't go so well. I'm hoping the honey badger will actually bleed to death and we might actually... Nope, doesn't say that it's bled to death, so it's still out there wandering around. But if it dies of thirst, we're going to go get the body. And if that happens before we get any merchants. That's also why we're out of bandages, because they were all trying to kill this honey badger. And actually I want to review how I've got the military set up, actually. And I think I said actually twice really quickly. That's what happens when I try to think and do stuff at the same time. Yeah, because I got them set to retreat if bleeding, because I don't want them to die on me. But the problem with that is they get, you know, hit a little bit and then they run away. And then another one runs up to hit it and they start bleeding and they run away. So this only really works well if you get them all to run up to the creature that you want dead around the same time, so there's more than one of them hitting it. And I didn't do that. Well, it worked out that that didn't happen. They were all attacking one by one and getting hurt and retreating. And yeah, didn't go well. So, just seeing here. Next, I think I set them up. I think I'm going to rename these because these are civilians. So we're going to call this Civilian Fighter. And that way, later on when I set things up, the actual squads will have the cool names. So this is also Civilian Fighter 2. I know it's not very imaginative, but lets me see what they are easily. Okay. So, for now, what I want to focus on is I want to get this wall with the gatehouse up. And it looks like our chopping is finished, so let's see, we don't need to do any there. But to do the gatehouse, we're going to need to do a little bit of chopping here. So, let's see how we're going to do it. Go from here. Nope, don't need to make it that wide. To there. I guess we should extend out from here, shouldn't we? So we don't need it to make it that wide. I just want it too wide. And then we want the gatehouse at the corner. So I'm afraid, trees, you gots to go. Oh, there we go. Actually, you can stay. That should give me enough room to do the walls. And I am going to forage you lot, because I actually just do the same area, because that will make sure that there's hopefully nothing in the road. And that extends from there. And Control plus to zoom in, yes. I think the water extends there. Yes, it does. So we can do it right there. Excellent. And let's unpause it. And Control minus to zoom out again. I have to admit, I like the way that as you discover things, you can actually kind of look at the side here and see some of the features. Which is, I think, is pretty cool. We don't have that many features to look at just as of yet, but in time we will. Oh, my poor gnomes falling asleep on the floor. Name of the first squadron, Heroes of Val. I will monitor lizard. That's nice, we're staying away from it. Heroes of Val. I could work with that, yeah. When we get our first soldier, I will set up a squadron for him called Heroes of Val. Maybe Valrubia, though, because it... I think, yeah, I'll call it Heroes of Valrubia. Get back to work. That's right, it paused. I've got it set to automatically pause for the things showing up. And once you get the walls up, however, the only times that will happen is if one of my gnomes actually sees whatever it is. So you better not attack my guy. Go away. Get out of here. Get lost. You. Vamoose. Thank you. Okay. So how are we doing for the ramps? Oh, the ramps are almost done. And somebody falling asleep on the job. Poor guys, they're working so hard. I mean, can you imagine in real life how much work that would take to be digging all that stuff out, and they're just like doing all this in one day? Okay, so let's, no, not replace. We want to remove ramp. Okay, so let's start marking them here. And at the same time, we'll go back and fill in that wall that they're working on the other side. And we are going from there. So there we go. That's that half. Don't need to do that because if they fall in the water, that's fine. They can't climb out again. And that's all I care about. They can fall in the water all they want. Excellent. Almost done with these ramps. Once all these ramps are dug out, we'll double check that I didn't miss any. Okay, so that looks good. Just gonna zoom in and take a good look around this to make sure there's... If we get rid of that, that's the only one that I'm not sure of, where they come down here and kind of hop that way. They may not be able to do that, but I don't want to take the chance. And I see no ramps coming out of the water there, so that is good. Alright. Okay. Now, yeah, that wall is almost built, so... And the area for our gate is almost done as well. So let's give the order for the rest of that wall. Fill in the gaps. And we'll start building it out. Is that it there? Yeah. Build as much as we can. Oh yeah, we have a little bit of foraging that needs to be done there. I'm making it a longer gatehouse, because in the future, I'm hoping we can make a line of traps, and then leave the end open. But that's a long time, so long way away. I'm just kind of planning for the future there. But I like to leave presents, and as anybody that's watched Zajira knows, Zajira likes presents too, but she likes them, I guess, because I like them. Although, I will admit, I never started calling them presents until Zajira. She started calling them presents, and somehow they now become presents. Let's see, forage. Yeah, let's get rid of those out of the way, so I don't have to worry. And I can make that a little longer. Get rid of that one too. Okay. So we got... Oop, cancel. Okay, so we got that wall being finished with one gap. And then once they finish that, we can start on the other wall. And then we will be secure. Right. Now, the only place that I'm worried about now is this here. It is all unlit. This is bad. This is very bad, actually. We need to make coal, which we can make with a furnace if we don't find any on our own. But we need to make torches, and we need to get that lit up ASAP, so we don't have things spawning in our mine and coming up and killing all our gnomes, which would be not ideal. Okay. Okay. I say okay a lot, don't I? Right, so we're gonna build a wall there. And then once we get on here, we can see that the planned wall here. Okay, so now we can... It's hard to tell. Did I tell them to... Did I just tell them to forage? No, I told them to cut, didn't I? Is there a line there? I can't tell. I think I forgot to tell them to chop these trees down. I think I told them to forage them, which is all well and good, but we need them cut down too, or the foraging is not going to help us any. And our gate area. Okay. Almost. Let's chop these down too here. Okay. Now I should... Yes, that leads up there. What day is it? It is up... You can see that in the upper right-hand corner. It's the 10th day of spring, year 1. And it's just about supper time. for my gnomes. Although some of them seems to be sleeping instead. I'm just gonna see if we found any coal. We have 16 coal. Oh, that's good. Now, this is the other thing that I've noticed. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if... I'm not quite sure. I haven't figured it out yet. But I find that if I let it generate jobs and don't manually take care of it, then they seem to get hung up on things. So like you can see here, he wants to build a workbench. And so I think he's actually doing it. But once you get more workshops, then it seemed to me that things would get hung up. Even though there were logs here or something, this was still... There's lots of planks. It would come over here and it wasn't building whatever it was. So I ended up on quite a lot of them just turning off accept generated jobs. And then suddenly things would start working again. So, but here you can see it turned green, so someone is going there and doing that job. So I'm not sure if that's a bug, like I said, or if I'm just doing things wrong. But in the future I'll probably start turning off the accept generated jobs. It's not so much because I like micromanaging, it's just, it just seemed that something was not working right. Okay. There's no real point in setting up our hospital just yet, because we have no bandages to put there, and we have no gnome that I really want to give the job of doctor just yet. I will, however, make a doctor as soon as the first batch of gnomes arrives. Okay, that wall is still being built. We can assign some more. I like to save the clay and not use it, simply because you can use it later to make statuettes that you can sell, and we might need that. There's a tree there, isn't there? You got to go, Mr. Tree, or Ms. Tree, whichever gender you are. Okay, let's have a look at how our ramp removal project is going. All the ramps are gone? All the ramps are gone. Excellent. We'll just... Of course, now it's dark and it's harder. Oh, they could get that ramp. That's excellent. Okay, I think there are no ramps. So let's check the other side. I need to put a wall right there, though. Okay. Look at that. It's dead! It died of natural causes. That is fantastic. That is wonderful. Where am I going to put it? Yeah, okay, sure, let's put it there. The something I'm referring to is I want to, at this point, build a little stockpile. And we are going to throw corpses in it. Because at the moment, I'm to the point where we can build body parts, yes. Do it. And actually, I'm going to set this to 1, and then I'm going to suspend it once they got that monitor lizard. Because I don't want them running halfway across the ramp, halfway across the map to pick up dead things. But I do want them to get that monitor lizard. Oh, look. There's somebody's getting something. What did they bring in? Oh, come on. Got that lizard? Get the lizard. You. Oh, you're a builder. No! Oh, no. A Daki. Did the monitor lizard bite you? Did I miss that? Oh, no. What happened? A vase versus monitor lizard. That was the 10th day of spring Oh no. A Dacky punches the monitor lizard. I missed that. Oh. That is so sad. Well, that's depressing. Here I was hoping to avoid deaths. Okay, so who did we lose? We lost a farmer. That's not good. Well, we have enough food so we can struggle by with one farmer right now, but it probably was because I was telling them to do stuff out here, and she came out here, and the monitor lizard must have attacked her. And she couldn't get away fast enough. I think Gadaki was a she. Sounds like a female name. We'll assume that was a she. But oh, that's so depressing. I was trying to avoid deaths. I was trying to get our fat out of the fire without any deaths, but I guess that was the best we could do. Let's hope we don't do any more. Okay, so let's... What have we got? We got pine sticks. Yeah, I'm not going to care about what kind of torches I make just yet. Later on, I'm going to try to make everything out of birch that's... because it's worth slightly more than pine, but for now, I just want some torches. Let's make 5 torches. Oops, I guess I have to do it there. I keep wanting to set it up here and then add the item, but that's not how it works. Actually, I think the torches are higher priority because we got to light this place up. I'm not too worried about them spawning in this area because the gnomes are running through here frequently enough that I think... Oh no, 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 no! You're bleeding. Ozzy. Health. Isn't good health. Okay. You're starving? Well, go eat something. There's plenty of food. Overview. Injured, too, so I got 2 guys still injured. That means we still have potential bleeding to death. So, this was a vase. I wish you could click on here and bring up the gnome whose blood it was. I have to see if anybody has suggested that yet. A vase. Rancher. No, 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 no. You're bleeding. No. No, 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 no. Don't die on me. So, a vase is one of them, and Evolt. He's sleeping. She's sleeping. Pardon me. Bleeding from her left leg. So we have 2 potential further deaths to occur. Okay. They put the body of the gnome in there. Okay. Let's suspend the stockpile so they're not collecting anymore. And military, I'm going to change these squads. I just want them to run away now. Because how do I want them to run away? Problem is we don't have any soldiers right now, so if I just tell them to run away, then if something like a skeleton spawns in the mines and stuff, they're just going to keep running away. I don't know. I guess I'll leave them the way they are right now. But we do have our thing here. Right. That's it. Do not accept generated jobs anymore. You are just ticking me off. Build stonecutter. You need a workbench and a chisel. And can we build? We do need a workbench. So let's throw a workbench on the to-do list here. And I'm going to set that craft to 1, so hopefully we'll always have one of them around. Eventually we might be able to build something like that, but right now in game, I mean, we could put up some pillars, but there's no way to move the body there. Oh, no, there is. Maybe once we get the monitor lizard out of there, we can I guess, put a little stockpile for corpses and have the corpse moved there. But there's no graves, unfortunately. At least not yet. I'm hoping they add that. That, you can bury your fallen gnomes in a suitable manner. Unfortunately, right now she has to stay there. Hopefully she stays there. Yeah, I won't spoil it just in case it happens, but yeah, keep an eye on the dead gnome. And it was a girl, at least judging from the ponytail. Thank you for bravely fighting the monitor lizard. I'm so sorry you died. Let's see how our injured gnomes are doing. They're still injured. That's not good. But without a bone needle, we can't make a tailor, which means we can't make any bandages yet. So we just have to hope that they weren't large enough injuries that they're going to die by bleeding to death. In fact, I'm just going to make sure that we haven't already lost. No, they're still alive, so... Okay, it's now the 11th day of spring. And... So we got the wall still being built. We have this starting to be chopped down. So that means I could probably go ahead and order this wall to be built as well. I'm not going to put a gate in this section, so it's just going to be a soil wall. And we'll just put it right across there. And then once those are done, then we'll see about setting up the next part. Okay, so how's our food? Our drink is going down. We need that well. Well, we also need those things chopped down, so I think I'm going to leave them to chop that down and then worry about getting back on building items, because we need those walls up. Yes, I think I am going to put... I am going to close this off. Ew. Maybe not yet. Not until that tree is chopped. Because until that tree is... Oh, they can't get through there anyway, so I'm just going to cancel that. I'll get the tree later. I'm just worried about having my gnome guy out here, and if I tell them to build the walls too early. Wait till those other trees are chopped down, then we'll see if we can get that one out of the way. Because I don't think an enemy can get through there, because they can't knock down walls. And even though it's their kitty corner like that, it just aesthetically is displeasing, as opposed to functionally inadequate. Sorry for the sniffliness. I do have... my allergies have been bothering me lately. I am, however, feeling much better. I am definitely on the mend now from my illness, so I'm hoping that I will be doing some recording early this week to get Zajira's travels resumed. But okay, yeah, gotta keep an eye on that water. Oh, it's paused. Oops. It's probably been paused a while, hasn't it? Error. So what are our wood guys doing? No, no. Oh no. Oh no, we lost another one. Oh, Evolt. And the other guy's still injured, so he's probably gonna die too. Oh no. So we've lost both our farmers. Okay, well, right now we need those. We're not really using our miners. So do any of you guys have any kind of skill in farming? Oops. I guess I can check here. Where is farming and cooking? You're not too bad. Okay. Ver, you're going to be moved to farmer duties, because we need at least one farmer running around. When you wake up, you'll have a new assignment. So, actually, I guess I should turn this back on, so they will move our deceased gnome to that location. There he is. Oh. Died sleeping. Well, we're down to 7 gnomes now. Yeah, I bet they are sad and scared right now. In this brave new land they were going to, and had all these hopes, and now 2 of them are gone, with a potential 3rd soon. Hopefully not, though. I hope he heals up. He healed. Oh no, he died. He did die. I just missed the message. Yeah. Sigh. That is so sad. Oh no. Now what are we missing? Our rancher died. Okay. Somebody's got to take over the job. Oh jeez. I'm afraid. I guess I'll give it to the miner, or not the miner. Oh yeah, I'll just change the miner temporarily to do rancher stuff, just to keep the animal looked after. We're not going to be doing any butchery because we don't need that, so at least they will tend the animal. Hopefully. So they don't die. Oh, it's not good. We gotta survive till we get more gnomes. We're running out of gnomes to do the work. Yeah, I'm gonna block those off. We need to get that secured. Because they're gonna build those 2, actually, and I'm going to cancel this one. We'll do it later. Nothing can get through there, but I just want them to block this off and not potentially getting locked outside. Well, I would let them have a memorial service, but unfortunately there's so much work to be done that I can't tell them to stop doing stuff, because we gotta get this place secured. Once they can relax, then we will have a proper memorial. Let's suspend that so that they're not collecting any random critter corpses. Okay, so you are building that wall. That wall should be being built shortly. This wall... That's green, isn't it? Is somebody going to come over and fill that in? Actually... No, I don't really need to. I'm just going to put one in there, and it's like... No, don't need to. Don't need to, really. Is somebody coming? How are my yaks doing? The other nice thing about putting up these walls is your yaks, if for some reason end up starving, they can't wander off the map. That's what they do. If they start starving because I'm not able to keep them fed with my gnomes, then they will try to wander off the map in search of food. But if you've got them all walled in, they can't leave. which means when they do die, as unfortunate as that may be, you can get the body and butcher it and get the stuff from it. Okay, so these gnomes died of natural causes, so they may not rise from the dead like I thought they might. That's what can happen, is if your gnomes are killed by a monster, I don't know if it's just zombies or if it's other ones, but they can become a zombie. And I'm thinking that she would have rose already, but if it was going to happen. Hopefully not. You don't want to have them kill the... Well, I guess they... stop the Walking Dead from walking. Kill the remains, again, of their compatriot. Okay, so that's blocked off. This side is safe. We have all the ramps gone. Now it's just these walls. And it looks like we can at least get them started on one of these walls here. So we will do that. And I think it goes that far. So we're going to go from here. Yeah, that's going to be it. Nope, I screwed up. That is not it. Oops. So do that. Let's try that again. And I think, is that it there? No. For some reason I have a hard time judging where the wall is supposed to go. There we go. There, that joins up where I wanted it to go. Since there's still trees to chop down, I highly doubt they'll get this all walled in before... Well, they might. Then I can build the inner courtyard. I have to say, if somebody has color blindness, the green against the green would be impossible to see, I would think. And the red, too, if it's red-green blindness, they'd be very difficult. Hopefully they'll... I don't think you can do it now. Let's see, gameplay, pause. You can also turn off things so you can't see the pasture outlines and the personal quarters and stuff, but I'm going to leave them on. Oh, they're off right now because I had them off before, so I'm going to turn them on. In my other game, I turned them off once I got them all set up the way I wanted, because you didn't really need to see them anymore. But I'll turn them back on. Nourishment weight. Oh, okay. So that's how far they'll travel to get better food than what's close by. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any way you can change the colors, which is too bad. Okay. Well, we got some wheat growing, that's good. That means we'll be replenishing the straw here for our yaks. Yeah, now you can see the stockpiles. The two, actually, they're both birch, aren't they? Birch. So I'm going to change it from being two separate ones to one single one. And you can... Oh, okay, so I do have to actually make it a little bigger in order to... Is that what I'm doing? Or am I in the wrong thing? Designate area. Stockpile. Oh no, not a stockpile. What am I doing? There we are. That's what I want to do. That should, in theory, turn it into one. Yes, there we go. And this is birch. Yeah, one birch grove now, I think. Our drink is going down. But I think we're just about finished. Okay, so our woodcutter is sleeping. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for trying. I appreciate your trying to round up people. It's okay. I mean, this will go up as a video after the fact, so people can watch it then. It's just, it is nice to actually have people to talk to, and I'm really glad you're here, Brian. I appreciate that. Your father, he makes his own bread? I make bread myself. I haven't done it for a while yet. I keep meaning to get back into doing that. I've never tried to make wheat-free bread before, though. Not rising bread, anyway. You could probably make a flat bread that without it, but a rice bread, maybe? Oh, okay. So your laptop downstairs didn't have enough signal to watch this. Well, if you do want to help him, I mean, I can understand if you wanted to go do that. I mean, I really appreciate you being here, but I mean, real life is, to my mind, more important if there's things that need to be done. Okay. I mean, we'll be streaming in any case. But it is nice to have someone to chat with. I will freely admit that. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Is that wall? Oh, well, that wall is almost built. So now we're just working on that. Switching to a wheat-free diet, that's probably going to be tough. I wish you luck. I hope you can figure things out. There's so many products that have wheat in them. You know, aside from specialty ones, because there are people with gluten intolerance that need to have that kind of diet. I had a friend actually some years ago that had to go on a wheat-free diet. And she had so much trouble ordering things in restaurants because everything has wheat in it. I know gluten's in other things than wheat, but yeah. Not an easy task. I like watching things live too myself. It is pretty cool. Okay, so this area is done. So we're going to have that gap for the moment. And I'm going to tell them to fill that in because we will open it up again when the gnomes and hopefully well, no, the gnomes are going to arrive. I think they arrive on the first day, so we won't fill it entirely in. Let's put it there. Let's set up our... I think I can go... No, those are right there. Can I go this way? Do we have another one that needs to be chopped down? I think we do. That leaves a gap, and I need that chopped down. I'll give that chop order, and then we are going to go and see about getting the things built that we need built here. So we got a gap there, and we will have one over there. I think I left one. Okay. So here comes our woodcutter. And then we can tell them to build that wall, and then pretty much the wall is... the orders for it, anyway, are all done. Okay, good. Alright. Let's see. Right, so we need we need... I think I'm going to make this a stockpile room. That's what I'm going to do here. And because we need some place to put the stuff we've been building. Well, in theory, we've been building. Till I'm a little distracted. Because I'm not doing the right things. Designate area, stockpile. Okay, so this... Let's make this a furniture stockpile. And I believe I'm going to set it to priority 4. And that way, hopefully the shops will get emptied of stuff. So they don't hold up production because we've got things in there. Okay, that'll work. And actually, yeah, let's just put furniture in there. And we're going to need a few more stockpiles here, so let's do... try to decide how to build this. Let's do this one. It's going to be a wood pile. And we'll throw wooden parts in there. Make that priority 4. No, that should stay at priority 5. Okay. So we got tables built. Do we have any torches? Let's see if we can place any torches and finally start getting this place lit up. Torch. Yes! Okay. Let's start. Let's start with one torch there. Yeah, now I've got to prepare for the torches here. Because this stockpile was not designed with torches in mind. Okay. Now let's get that torch in there. Which would help if I went into the right area. Okay, so let's put the torch right there. Now, just gonna clean out a little area. Did I do that right? And I'm gonna do it on each floor, and that will let me light things up. And then we can worry about finding our stone and whatnot. Now, these torches. Yeah, see, when I built this, I was totally not thinking about the problem of lighting it up. Let's put that there. And our miner has nothing... He was... Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide if our miner had work to do. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him to clear these dividers out. And then we're going to light it all up. Before we start getting unfriendlies spawning in here. Because I think once the spring is over, I think we can start getting them spawning. So our builders are busy building the wall too, but they'll get those torches there pretty soon. And we are going to chop down agriculture, chop down. I want those trees out of there. Find them. Distracting, to say the least. Okay. Going to increase the number of torches. Because we need to get things lit up. Yeah, I'm hoping that the walls will make the gnomes more secure. Feel more secure, as well as actually be more secure. That and lighting things up. It would kind of suck to live in a place that's all dark all the time. Yeah, I suppose if you downloaded your streams and then broke them up into half-hour segments, say, it probably would make it more watchable for people. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But right now I'm just glad that I have the energy to do the stream. So if I don't sound quite as bubbly as normal, or as much as Zajira is more bubbly than I am, actually. So that's one of the reasons that I have to... I need a lot of mental energy in order to roleplay her properly, is because when she's not sad or depressed, she is quite bubbly, which is not so much my normal character. I mean, I can be at times, but it's not my usual default demeanor, shall we say. I do find that with role-playing, that's one of the things I enjoy, is taking particular facets that I may share some of those facets, but making them more so that it is a stretch for me to do a good job. Because if you're just playing yourself, I mean, that's I don't find that, I don't really consider that role-playing if you're just being yourself. I mean, because you are the person doing the role-playing, you will have certain aspects of your personality coming out, no matter what. But I do like to make my characters distinct from myself. I mean, I played, in various situations, quite different characters than my normal self. Like, I have played an elderly man. I was asked to do that. It was only for a short period, but it was for a particular scenario. I was playing this elderly man who hit on all the young chicks. I thought that was great fun to play. I played a cynical sort of world-weary woman, and it was actually quite funny when I was playing her, because people thought that the things she said were things that people mistaking roleplay for real life, basically. And I'm like, no, she's, I'm not, because she could be a bit of a bitch, and no, I'm not really that kind of person, but this is roleplay. She could be a bitch, so there you go. Okay, excellent. Let's get that last wall in place. Once the gnomes arrive, please let us get some gnomes. I know I haven't done any work on... Oh, it's paused. I haven't done any work on the Great Hall, for which I'm very sorry, guys. But we kind of other priorities. At least I got our walls built. Yeah, doing Let's Plays, it's odd, because I've watched some videos of people talking about their experiences when they first started doing Let's Plays, and they talked about how difficult they found it to basically talk to the microphone, because they felt so weird not talking to anybody. And oddly enough, I've never had a problem with that. And the only thing I can think is it's because I've done so much role-playing. 6! We got 6 nomads! Oh, our population is increasing. This is excellent. Oh, okay. Now that I've got that I'm so excited over more nomads. Let me just finish my what I was going to say about the Let's Plays. That I don't find it so difficult talking to the microphone. If the webcam was on, that would be a total different question. That's what would make me severely self-conscious, and that's part of the reason I decided I wasn't going to do a webcam for this, because I knew it would make me super self-conscious, and I didn't really want to do that at this point. I mean, at some point I may change my mind, but not currently. Okay, so you were a miner. I'm going to change you back to a miner, because now we got some people here. Let's see. Caretaking, you are a potential for the doctor. Oh, no, I think Fizzy is going to be our doctor here. And what have we got? Oh, looks... You look like a... Well, you're mine too, but you got some farming. You... Okay. Some of you guys are going to get renamed here. Your names are... You're definitely a woodworker. I think. You... Well, you think you're going to become our tailor. You look like our stone carver. And... Oh! You are our carpenter. No question. Carpentry 25. Okay, so let's set up some new things. Miner doesn't need to be a rancher anymore, so we can take that off. So we need a rancher too, actually. Let me just go through and decide who's going to be the rancher and set them up first. Horticulture. Huh. See, you look like you should be a miner temporarily and then get moved to blacksmith. But you got construction too, so... So you got some blacksmithing. But you're gonna be the medic. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna make you the rancher because we need a rancher. Okay. Now we've done that. So we've got 4 guys left. So we've got our rancher, we got our miners, our woodcutters. We need 2 farmers. We need... Okay. You're gonna be the... oops, that's not what I meant to do. And which one was it? This guy? No, it wasn't you. Was it you? So you have some horticulture. Oh, that happens sometimes. You'll get a little pop-up window that doesn't go away. One of the little bugs that happened. Okay, back to what we're doing. You are going to be the medic, so I have to remember not to assign you to something else. We need 2 farmers. Okay, you're going to be a farmer, yes. I know it may not be your life dream, but for the time being, you're a farmer. And... does anybody else have any skill in farming? Oh, you're a medic. You're going to be our doctor, and I think we need that. So... You have absolutely no skill in farming, either of you, do you? Okay, I'm going to make you the farmer because you have some tailoring skill, and I cannot see... That's rancher. I think that's a farmer. Yes, okay. I hope he tracks down that bug, where things keep showing up and don't go away. So we got our 2 farmers, our 2 builders, our 2 miners, our rancher, and our woodcutters. Just reading the comments. Well, the role plays, I will agree, I do things, well, when you say not comfortable with, I will do things with my character that I feel the character wants to do, and they may not be something that I choose to do, and some of those things may make me uncomfortable, and some of them are just things that make sense for the character. But that's one of the reasons that I try to select characteristics for my character that stretch me, because that, in the course of role-playing the character, because you're always stretching a bit when you're role-playing them, by definition, you're doing things that make you, may not necessarily make you uncomfortable, but would be things that you wouldn't necessarily do if you were just playing. And being more aggressive, yeah, I guess I can kind of see, because like if I had been playing this particular Valrubia by myself, when I realized that I totally screwed up by having them run off and chase that lizard and get all injured, I probably would have started a new game. But I decided that it'd be more interesting if I did fail to see me fail, or it would be more interesting to see if I do manage to pull the fat out of the fire. So yeah, I guess that in a sense that you could say that makes, in this Let's Play, I'm doing something I wouldn't normally do. But speaking of this Let's Play, okay, so we have a medic, and see, he has bone carving. I made you the rancher, didn't I? I am Ooh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make you a farmer instead. And I'm gonna make this guy. This guy is going to be the rancher, because he does have bone carving, and, well, nobody's a fantastic rancher, because we lost our main rancher. So, doctor? The guy that had carpentry, I gave another job, but that's okay. They will learn. So I guess you are going to become our new stonecutter by default. Stonemason, we'll call him. That would help if I didn't change the name of the miner. That's not what I meant to do. No, there we go. Stonemason. And let's uncheck all these. And under MISC, we'll let him haul if he has nothing else to do. But ideally, we're going to be keeping him busy enough. And for now, let's see, do I want him to do any mining just now? No. I think I'd rather have him focus. Well, the only problem is we're still trying to build that bench, so for now he can mine. And we are going to make our doctor. And our doctor is going to be doing weaving and tailoring as a side thing if they have nothing else to do. Not going to be doing any of these. Not engineer or rancher and agriculture. Miscellaneous? No, don't want you doing any of that. You'll do medic and caretaking. And when you have the time, you can do some brewing. That's when we get that set up. So that's what our doctor's going to do. So now we can assign these guys, and dang it, I gotta close and reopen that. Okay, so this, you are our Dr. Fizwin, which is down here, and you are going to be our stonemason. Stonemason, which we will need soon. Excellent. Okay, so let's take a look at our population and do some renaming. Bria, well, let's see. That's a male, so that would probably not be a good name for a male. Let's call you, just call you Back. Come back. Come back here, Back. Pinkleaf is a male too, so I'll just call you Pinkle. And let's see. Oh, here we have a female gnome. We call her Bria. She's new, so we're not used to her name yet. You can actually kind of set priorities for jobs, and you do that by going in. So, for example, let's look at the doctor. That's something that I should. And you move that up. And let's put workshop second. And then she'll do hauling as the last thing. That's the only way that I know of you can set priorities for professions. So like for stonemason, I can tell him his priority is the workshop, and then he can mine. And then after that he can build. So actually, since I'm doing that, let's just quickly go through, not blacksmith, we don't care about the blacksmith yet. Builder! Builders! We want you to build as your priority. And then you can do anything else I've assigned you to do. And ranchers. Okay, pasture, first priority. Farms, yeah, and then agriculture, and then groves. I don't think he's set up to do groves, but... And then, yeah, that looks good. Farmers. Farm, agriculture, and grove. And pasture. I think that's okay for the moment. And we have woodcutter. Actually, I think grove is what you do when they'll go in and they'll chop down trees in the grove. And so if there are trees available, I guess I would like them to do that first. And miners. Mining, and then workshops, and then other stuff. Okay. Alright, I've been going for an hour and a half. I'm just going to take a quick break, so I'm going to turn off the mic so you don't hear all sorts of weird noises going on when I'm away. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So I will leave you staring at this screen or taking a break yourself. See you in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. And I realized, while I was away, that I had neglected to close up this wall. What are you doing? Builder. I guess there's nothing to do right now. I did do a wood pile, didn't I? You could be collecting wood. Well, in any case, we're going to finish that wall. Because our gnomes have arrived and we don't need to reopen it again until we get a merchant. But by then, hopefully, we'll have things sorted out. Okay, so how are we doing? Our drink is dropping, which is not good. We are down to 29. And it's going to drop even faster now that we have more gnomes. We got a little bit of hay here, but not a huge amount. But one and a third stacks. So we're not going to make any more beds just yet. We do have cotton. Let's see. Right. Builder. Are you going to be building? Go put a torch. Here comes our nomads. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe this is one of our new ones. That's probably why he was standing there, because I had it paused. D. I think, no, D's an existing one. Well, hopefully there's nobody out in the cold. I think they've all arrived. Now, our doctor, we're going to need a hospital here, so we are going to assign our hospital at this point, since we actually have someone to look after it. It's a special room and hospital. What's this? Okay, so that's the hospital. We'll just leave it like that. That's... Oh, is that an actual... It is a dirt wall. Okay. Well, in that case, I would like it gone. Not that one. Stop. Error. I want that one gone. There we go. So then I can put a stockpile there for the non-existent bandages. Right. Now let's take a look at what's going on down here. Oop, I keep flipping past it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start giving these guys some work to dig these up, but I guess we gotta light these up. And to light those up, the builder's gotta start placing those torches. How many torches have we got now? Oh, I will put doors in. Unfortunately, the monsters can knock them down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a door here, and I'm going to leave this as solid wall, and just take it away and put it back as needed to let people in and out. But once we get traps, which is a ways down the line, but when we get traps, then I'm going to basically line this with traps. So anything coming in here would wander through these traps before getting to the door and hopefully be, if not outright killed, then certainly severely damaged. And then I'll put a guard post here as well and have a squad hanging out here and training, probably. Put a training room right there, along with a guard post. So, for now, some people might consider it cheesy walling myself in, but, well, you saw how my poor little gnomes are defenseless and decimated by a monitor lizard, so yeah, unless we want to all die off, that's the only way we're gonna survive the early game. At least on this setting, with my current level of experience. Okay, so it looks like somebody is actually going to put a torch down. That's good. So we can start. Let's put a stockpile here. We don't have any to put in here yet, But we are going to put bandages here at some point when we actually have some made. And I think it's under goods, isn't it? Or is it? I'm trying to remember. It's not under furniture. I don't think it's a tool. Okay, come on. I must just not be seeing it. Oh, it would help if I click the plus, wouldn't it? Yes, let's just put all bandages in there. And we're going to make that priority 4. Actually, no, let's make that a priority 3, because if we have any bandages made, I want them moved there immediately. But, like I said, we don't have any at present. And I'm just going to pause it, because I want to build at least one bed. We have some wheat growing, so we have a tiny bit of extra wheat. Straw, that is. And we can, if need be, deconstruct the straw beds. So we have 22 straw left. And it uses 2 straw, so yeah, I'm going to put 2 beds in, actually. And that way they have some place to go. And our doctor currently has nothing to do, because we don't have any tailor or anything built, so temporarily I'm going to change the doctor to also do something else. In the meantime, yeah, let's just give her hauling. Later on we'll turn that off, because we want her actually to not be in the middle of something if somebody gets hurt, if possible. Okay. Just gonna turn the microphone off briefly. I need to blow my nose, and I don't think you need to hear that. Alrighty. Okay, so we do have some torches being built. How many torches do we have? I think I placed 4. So how many did I put down? I put down 1 here, so we have 2 left. So I'll start lighting these stairwells on the way down. And that way okay. Now, our carpenter, we're going to tell him to make some sticks. And how are we doing for... Yeah, we're not going to... Do I care what kind of sticks? Problem is if something calls for 2 sticks, and you have 1 pine stick and 1 birch stick, that's not enough sticks, because it wants the same kind of stick. So... that's part of the reason that I specialized using birch for building things and the pine for things like torches and coal. So what I want to see is how much wood we have overall, of what kind, and then decide if I'm going to specialize in birch yet and just start using birch, or whether else... let's see, for logs. We got a lot of birch, we got very little pine. Okay, so let's just go for birch right now. And that way, I know that he will have what you need. So I'm going to cancel that torch order, and start with... No. We want birch planks. So we want to craft birch sticks, and we want... use a lot of sticks, so let's say 5 to start. They go by 2, so it's... Yeah, 5, because that'll give us 10 sticks. And then we will... Let's move that up. And I'm going to cancel those. We've got 2 tables sitting there right now. And we want that workbench built. But let's make it a different kind of workbench. Okay, so we got the birch sticks. Now we want our birch torches, and we want them to use birch sticks, birch torch, and those we want to have 10 on hand of. And then our workbench, we want it made out of birch. And we'll craft 10 workbenches. No, we just want one. And we want a chair. So let's see, chair. Again, birch. And we want to make sure we have one of those in stock. Okay. How many how many pine sticks do we have laying around? We have no pine sticks. Okay, so that's fine then. I was going to use up... My voice is going. Let me take a drink here. Okay. Okay, I'll go through each room in a moment, Brian. I just want to make sure I've got this set up. So I don't have any pine sticks laying around, so that's good. So, okay. Now, let's go to... These are our crude workbenches, and we are going to... See, they could have made this chisel any time now, and they just have not been, so... Right. You don't want you making workbenches. You need to make chisels. I don't care what kind of chisel you make, just make a chisel. Chair. No, I don't want you doing chairs either. What I want you making is I want you making birch planks, please. And I just want you to keep making birch planks. Actually, no. Let me craft 2. Let's do 12. Chisel. Yes. I do not care what kind of chisel you make. I just want you to make a chisel. But the only stone we have right now is raw basalt. Let's see if telling him specifically to do a basalt chisel will produce any results. Birch planks, actually. Let's do 6. Because we want him to do those first, and then do the basalt chisel. Oh, geez, we need both. Okay, fine. Basalt chisel first. Put that back to 10. Indecision. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing, except I'm just going to say make birch planks. Birch logs, craft plank, and just repeat that because we're going to need them. I do have a drink with me. I just keep forgetting to drink from it, Brian. But yes, you do get a dry throat. Okay. The rooms. The hospital. When you've got the hospital set up and you have at least one bed in it, then when a gnome gets injured, he'll come running to the hospital instead of wandering all over. And then your doctor, if you have one, will then come and take care of them. Your doctor needs to have 2 things assigned to them in their profession, which are both under the doctor. They need to have medic and caretaking. The medic, obviously, is for taking care of wounds, and only a doctor can fix the more severe wounds. So if you don't have a doctor, don't have anybody doing the medic, and somebody gets badly injured, they'll bleed to death, even if they put a bandage on it, because it just doesn't... Putting a band-aid on a missing arm isn't going to fix things, basically. So you want your doctor to have medic. And that means when anybody comes into the hospital and lays in a bed, the medic will come in and look after them. Put a bandage on, sew their arm back on, or whatever it is. You need the caretaking, however, as well, because if you just assign medic, then these guys will still be laying in the bed recovering from their injuries, and nobody will be feeding them or bringing them water, so they'll die of hunger or thirst. And they don't seem to get out of the bed to go get it themselves. So you want to have your doctor do medic and caretaking. So that is the disadvantage of having a hospital. And that's one of the reasons I didn't set it up earlier, was because if I set it up and I had a bed in there and somebody got injured, they come in there and lay in the bed. Even if it was a wound, they could have tended themselves with a bandage. And if you don't have a doctor to come in and tend them, then they're just going to lay there until they die, which you don't want. So that's a hospital. The great room is this room, and it's basically a specialized dining hall. This is where they come and hang out when they have nothing else to do, or they want to take a little rest while they eat their lunch or whatever. And when you put tables and chairs in there, it makes them happier, as well as increasing the value of your kingdom. You can set up different regular dining halls that aren't great halls, because I think you can only have one great hall. So if you wanted, you could set up like a little dining area near your workstation if it's far away from the great hall and you don't want them running all that way. In which case you'd want to set up a little stockpile of food as well nearby, and that would help them not have to run around so much. This room here is the dormitory. No, wait, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. This is the dormitory. This is a room that you just basically anybody can come in and sleep in it. It just tells them to go here if they don't have their own personal room. And right now, nobody has a personal room, but eventually we're going to set up individual rooms for them. And then we will assign, when you go into rooms, we will assign a personal room as opposed to a dormitory. And I think that's all the types of rooms you can set up right now. I did want to mention, though, your kingdom worth. Right now, we have construction worth of 34 because we really have nothing of value built. But we have an okay amount of stock. We got a lot of food. We're not doing so good in water. And we got like logs and some stone and that sort of thing. It all adds to the worth. You have to watch your kingdom worth, because if you make your kingdom worth go up too quickly, you start getting monsters spawning because they're attracted to the richer kingdoms. And you'll get more of them. They'll spawn more often, and there'll be more of them in the groups for you to have to defend against. And if you get these harder monsters before you're ready, then, well, your gnomes will fall like wheat under a scythe. They're gone. But one of the things you can do is when you build things first, if you put them in the Great Hall, like if they're things for the Great Hall, like table and chairs and maybe some pillars, or decorate the floor, that kind of thing, then that value only adds once to your kingdom worth for the monsters. So you're still upping your overall kingdom worth and attracting monsters with it. But by putting them in the Great Hall, you're actually getting double the value. And the way that works is when you are attracting gnomes to your kingdom, they take your kingdom worth, which includes the value of your Great Hall, and then it adds the value of your Great Hall again. So your Great Hall is counting twice, but only for attracting nomads. So building up your Great Hall first means you're going to attract nomads more than you're going to attract the monsters, which early in the game is a good idea. You want the nomads, you do not want the monsters. So I just wanted to talk about that, because that's one of the things that I learned when I was both researching and playing, was that the Great Hall is very important to build up first, simply because you get a more positive benefit from upgrading your Great Hall than, say, if you were upgrading the halls. Eventually, probably, if you have enough people being injured, you might want to split up medics and caretakers into two different gnomes, different roles. I agree with that. But at least in my test game, which I put about 24 hours into, maybe more than that, the one doctor is plenty. I've had nobody having issues, because, well, part of the reason is because I've been very security conscious. I've learned, how to keep them out, light everything up, that sort of thing. But once you're out there and fighting stuff, then, and actually having injured coming in fairly regularly, then splitting up the tasks would probably be a very good thing to do. Okay. So, now that we've talked about that, right, so I did set him up, right, I set him on birch planks and repeat. So let's get this back. Okay, so he's going to make some torches. Thank you. And let's see. What stockpile is this? This is a general stockpile. Yeah, I don't like that. That's one of the things that I'm going to get rid of that stockpile and rebuild it. That's one of the things I learned, is that in order to have finer control, you really have to set up the separate stockpiles for the beginning. So I'm just going to remove that stockpile and I'm going to build individual ones. So what are they putting there right now? Basalt. Okay, so that's stone. Yeah. So did I put stone in there too? No, that's furniture. And that's wood. Okay, so this will be the stone stockpile. And I'll make... I can see you might want to have a general one that you plan to deconstruct later for stuff that you aren't separating out. But to start with, you definitely want to separate them out, I think. The more important stuff, anyway. So, let's designate the area. We want stockpile. And we're going to put it like this. And this is going to be stone. And this is... yeah, it'll just be the stone. Okay. And another thing that I kind of decided to start doing was, if you're going to put a torch in a room, make sure you leave a spot to put it, because otherwise you have to undesignate the area in order to put the thing in. And we're going to put coal, and let's put gems here in case we run across any. So gems and coal. And that will do. And we're going to put... we know we're going to get a lot of ore, so let's put the ore in here. That would be under metal. Now, it has other stuff here too, and eventually I'm going to separate those out into separate piles once we actually have something built that uses them. But right now, we don't, so we'll just leave it like that. And... okay, so that'll do. So we got our ore pile, we got our coal and gems pile, we got our stone pile, and I'm going to make a small stockpile here just for everything else, with the intent that that is going to be removed at some point. It's not going to be that big, but let's put it... we're going to have a torch here in the center. So let's just make it like this. It is tiny. This is just the stuff pile. And we're going to put armor, we're going to put weapons and tools and mechanisms. We already got furniture in the other. We got coal, metal, cloth, hides, bone needles, crafts, jewelry. Food and drinks already separated out. Plants ought to be separated out already. Body parts, no, we don't want those in there just yet. And like I said, the furniture is separated. So I think everything has a spot now. And what did I do? Oh, interesting. If I move the mouse over there, I can... oh. Learn something new every day. Okay. Yes, I will be moving stuff closer. Well, as you can see, because this is a workroom here, so I have got the wood here. So you do want them close by. I do agree. And then this storeroom here is going to have the other things here. So I'm going to... I think this originally I was intending this to be another workroom, but I turned it into a storeroom. So what I'll probably do is I'll put another workshop here on this side, and then use this area here for more storerooms. But I think we kind of need this big central one, and eventually I'll probably increase the size of that, and when I separate this up, I might separate them into this area here. Okay, so you are making planks. That's good. So, how much? I think all the torches that I asked for should be placed. So let's go down and see how we're lit. We're lit. Okay. So let's build more torches. And now, yeah, we're just making birch torches, so that's fine. I didn't actually have to select birch torch, but let's put that. How many did it say I had? I did 1, 2. I wasn't paying attention. 3 torches. Okay, so we can do 1 more. We'll be making our way down. Oh, we're almost there. Then we can start lighting this up so that we hopefully won't have any unwanted visitors. Oh, it's so funny because now that I've had more experience, basically I kept restarting my game when I was practicing until I could successfully make a market stall within the first 5 days. And I did that with the Ink Kingdom. But yeah, I totally would not have done this. If I was going to start a new game now, I would not do all this branch mining to start with. Not now I know how the monsters spawn. Alright. So, as soon as we get some more torches built. Excellent, they're all placed. Perfect. Probably means our builders don't have too much to do at the moment, but they can just do their hauling jobs. Oh, that's one thing I forgot. When you undesignate a storeroom area, you need to replace that because it kind of automatically unplaces them. It's called deconstruction. So they're not going to use that anymore. They don't know that it's intended for this. And actually, because this is stone, there's no point in putting a box there because the raw basalt is being piled in piles of 64 already, and a box only holds 32. And they don't go in I think they can go in a box, but you don't want them to go in a box. That's a waste of space. So, because of that, I'm going to build... oh, that's not what I want to do. Storage, here. So I got a crate, so I'm going to put it somewhere else, and in fact, I'm going to... where do I want to put it? Metal will go one in each square will hold 1 metal, so it's going to be more use putting it in here. I think that's the metal. Oh, that's coal. Okay, well coal does the same thing, so it's of use there as well. Coal only goes 1 per square. And this is our food pile. And at some point I will probably oh no! Get away from my stuff! Oh no. See, it's because this was all not lit. So they had to have spawned inside the walls. Unless I missed a ramp. And there's 2 of them. Oh, well, I think I'm going to change them to not retreat because we're going to lose some guys to bleeding anyway, most likely. And we need those goblins gone, and we are probably going to lose someone irregardless, so let's go all in and try to take out these goblins before they cause any deaths. Or as few as death as possible. You can tell I'm also thrilled about this because I know a gnome is gonna die. I just know it. Enemies. All squads. Yeah, go get the goblin. Positions. Let me just double check. I only have the 2 types, and I've set them both to not retreat. I will set them to maintain distance because if they have a weapon that lets them stay out of arm's reach, which I don't know if you can use axes and pickaxes as weapons. That's all we have. Okay. Go get them, boys. Come on, let's go. Hurry up. Hurry. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. come on. You got an axe. Come here. Hit him with the axe. Yes. Yes, hit him. Hit him. Hit him. One's dead. Come on, come on, come on. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. They're dead! The gnomes have won! Oh, that is awesome! I totally expected someone to die. Nobody got injured? That's because we got enough gnomes beating on them at the same time. Whoa. I'm stoked! They won! Awesome. You guys did it! Congrats! I wish I could offer you a cake, but we don't really have the facilities for making a cake just yet. Have some more fruit in celebration. I guess I can turn the body stockpile back on because they can't get outside the walls to get into trouble, I don't think. So... Oh, wow. Wow. That is awesome. I am going to put another... I just was noticing the door here. It's 3 wide. I want to make it 2 wide. Let's fix that. Wow. And you know what? Oh. They still are not making chisels. Okay. I just want to pause and talk about the fact that they're not making chisels. There is no reason that they cannot make a chisel. However, I think there's a bug. I found it in my test worlds. Yes. Oh, did they kill a yak too? I hope I got the body. Hopefully they killed the male yak. Otherwise we're gonna have to buy more yaks. Thanks for noticing that. I noticed it, but I didn't. I was too worried about the goblins at the time. Anyway, chisels. I found this in my test worlds as well. It has to be a bug because every now and then they would decide that a particular type of stone was just not suitable for chisels, and they will not make a chisel out of that stone. And that's what's happening with this basalt is they're not going to make a chisel. It doesn't matter how many times or how many ways I tell them to make it. I can tell them to make a chisel out of any stone. I can tell them to make it out of basalt. They're not listening. Even if I take... See, this is signed priority 1. And even if I suspended the other one, they would totally ignore this bench. And not make a chisel. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure there's no chisel. Nope, they still need a chisel. In a world that has this bug surfacing, and it doesn't happen all the time. I could start a new game and basalt would work just fine. So I honestly do not know how to get them to make a chisel out of a stone that for some reason the game has decided is not suitable. I suppose I could try deconstructing this bench and then building it again. And seeing if I get them to make a chisel that way. I think I will try that because they're not making it. The only way to get around this without restarting the game that I've found is that you just have to keep digging until you find a different type of stone and leave a work order on the bench for a chisel of any type of stone. And when you find a type of stone that they like, they'll make the chisel. But until then, they will not make a chisel. So I'm going to deconstruct that and rebuild it and see if maybe that will reset it. But I just thought I'd mention that because they should have built that chisel long ago, and they just have not. I mean, they got plenty of stone. So, let's get that deconstructed. Check your mines. For what, Brian? I don't have any monsters down there yet, fortunately. I do not have any stones, except for basalt. And I still have basalt there, so I'm just going to have to keep going down. Looking for a different type of stone, and I think that's kind of what I was doing last time. But I got to get that all lit up first before I go any deeper. Or I'm going to... The more surface area I have exposed, the more likelihood we're going to have monsters spawning in the mines. But they did okay against the goblins, I suppose. So maybe I can start digging deeper. Well, let's try the deconstruct and reconstruct thing and see if that works. If it doesn't, then I'll just have to start digging deeper, and hopefully by then we'll have enough torches built that I can light the stairways as we go, as well as trying to get the other thing lit up. Because we got to get that butcher thing going so that we can actually butcher not the gnomes, but butcher the goblins. Goblin sausage. Actually, that doesn't sound too appetizing. And monitor lizard, because we need those bones so we can make the tailor, so we can make more bandages. Because right now, anybody that's hurt is going to bleed to death. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't have any place where they can get in. And you know what? Before I go any further, I am going to zoom in. And we're just going to take a look around at different angles, just to make sure. Because I'm pretty sure that's all water. Yeah, it is. So they can't get in that way. There's no opening here. There's no opening there. We have 0 ramps. If they come in here, they're going to fall in the water. And even if they fall in, they cannot climb out because there are no ramps out of the water into our area. And there's a gap there, so and there's no ramp there. Okay, I see no ramps. I see no gaps. That's built. Like I said, in one of my test worlds, I found that if you fill in just these diagonal squares with wall, they can't get through there. So they can't get through there, nor can they get through there. So there's no opening there. And we have no ramps. I cannot believe it. Look at that. That's how he got in. I mean, I'm glad that we killed them, but I shouldn't have been. I missed the ramp. I screwed up. Okay, remove ramp. Get that away. Just make sure that I didn't miss any other ramps. That's not the way I meant to go. There we go. Now, the water. That's all edges. They can't get up. Oh, we got a ramp there. Don't think I can dig that. So if they fall into the water here, I think they can get in. But I think... Okay, so we're going to see if we can get rid of that ramp then. I'm just worried that a gnome... If he digs out that... Is that a wall? That's a dirt wall. So in theory I should be able to dig that out without a gnome falling in. That's the only ramp. Okay. Let's try digging that out and hopefully we don't. Because if a gnome falls in, then we'll have to get a rescue operation going. Remove ramp. Can we get rid of that? Oh, that's not what I'm going to do. Oh, that's way down in the water, though. Oh, no, I don't need to remove that. I don't know if I can. It's below the water level. The water level is here. And it's down below the water level. So that's not an issue. The issue was that ramp. Oh, you were just worried about the mines. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried about them too. Okay, so let's zoom back out. Let's get back to our normal viewpoint. That's why the goblins showed up here. Oh, look! Did the yak give birth, or was there 2 yaks? A goblin has been spotted. The goblin has died. I don't... Unless that was the female and she just gave birth. I guess we'll find out if we suddenly have a third one, then we know the male... This male was the one that was given birth to. Oh, they did. My yak is blind. Oh no. So the goblins were attacking the yaks. Boy, she got really beat on, didn't she? Hope she'll heal up. I don't think the doctor can do anything for her. And what have we got there? We have a worn copper hammer. Okay. So, I don't think a yak died. I wish you could tell how old the yak was. Health. Skills. That doesn't really... No, there's no way to see when he was born. So... Oh, I guess we'll see if we get a third yak in a few days. Because a male can impregnate a female. One female a day. So this... I don't know if it happens every day. But, so this female probably got pregnant within the first 2 or 3 days of spring. So that means that... And I believe it takes a season, 12 days before they give birth. So, we should see another yak in 2 to 3 days. If we did in fact lose one yak. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't kill her. Oh, and she's not bleeding. It just says that she's blind, and yeah, I think it would say if she was bleeding, if she was currently bleeding to death, so hopefully not. Yeah, that's what I saw, Brian. When the goblins were there, I did only see one yak, but they can stand on each other. Just like the gnomes can stand on each other. In the same square. So it's possible there was actually 2 yaks in one square. Oh, Rancher is tending animal. Maybe he's bandaging her. That would be nice. If she needs bandaging. But I don't think she's bleeding to death, so... No, he was just milking her. Okay. Okay, so that's being deconstructed. Okay, that's deconstructed. Actually... You know what I'm gonna do? There's a nice workbench. Oh no, but we still need a chisel. So, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say I was going to try build that, but I still need that chisel. So, build, workshop, crude workbench. And we'll just move it over here. So build that again, please. Okay, so that ramp is gone now. If that has to be how they got in. Dang. I guess they were busy beating on the yaks when all the gnomes came over and pounded on them. That's probably why we didn't have any injuries to our gnomes. They were too busy with the yaks. So if I was going to leave an exit, I guess a ramp going up right there is probably just as good place as any, because then they get distracted by the animals. It gives me time to get all the gnomes to come over and pound on them. When I'm ready to pound on gnomes, or pound on pound on the goblins. When I'm ready to let goblins in to beat them up, I will put the ramp back. But I don't think I really want to invite them at this point. Even though my gnomes did a good job this time, there's no guarantee that they won't have injuries next time. I would like to have at least a couple of soldiers available before I start inviting monsters to come strolling in. Okay, how are we doing? We got 4 torches now? Okay. These guys still haven't built that. What are my builders doing? What you doing, guys? Let's see, builders. One's asleep and one is taking a break. Oh, Fizzy! I forgot to rename you. Let's call you Fizzwin. There we go. Yeah, I think I have to reopen this for it to refresh. There we go. We got Fizzwin. Yeah, so there's about 45 minutes left in the stream. I will be ending it at 4 o'clock my time, which is, well, technically 43 minutes from now. Figure that's long enough. Hopefully, it was interesting. Let's see what everybody's up to. Planting seeds and stocking items. And, okay. You have an idle miner, and the other miner stocking stuff, which means they could be digging. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let's get rid of some of these. Let's get that one's all by itself. Let's get some of these walls out of here. Oops. So we can light this place up. I don't want to give them too much to mine at once, simply because when we finally get that chisel built, I want to make sure my stonemason... Oh, I guess because I do have the stonemasons... I do have a stonemason set up yet. Yes? Yes, I do. So at that point, I'll take mining off his to-do list, so I guess... And my voice is going again. I need to take another drink of water. Okay, so let's just get this all selected. Because they're going to need to dig this all out. And I can see nothing. That's the only problem on black. Black, I cannot see. Unless I zoom in, and then it's not so easy. And as a side benefit, we might get some coal out of this, which we can use on the torches. Actually, I'm kind of surprised we haven't run out of coal yet. Hopefully this will give us some more coal. Let's just take a quick peek and see how much coal we have left. We've only got 4 left. Oh. I hope you guys find some more coal. I'm going to zoom in and see if I can see any on the edges here. Yeah, I just find it difficult to see. Part of it's because of the lighting. Right now I've got some light coming in a window and it's making it a little even harder to see. But even in the best ideal lighting situation, black coal in black stuff is hard to see. Oh, no, I do not see any coal in the walls that I can tell. Maybe once it's lit up better, I'll be able to tell. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Well, we're getting lots of copper. Once we get these to that point, we could actually make some copper stuff. Like copper weapons, some copper armor. Although ideally I'd like bronze, but we may not have tin yet by that point. Oh, you have a vested interest in the gnomes succeeding. Oh, I see. Might one inquire as to what that vested interest is, or is it a secret? Okay, so these guys are gonna... Oh! Did you see that? There's some, so make sure I'm clicking on the right spot. There we go. Sapphires. They found some gems. Not that we're going to be making any jewelry anytime soon, but... Okay, so where's the stairs going down? I don't think I can place torches right here. How many do we have? We have 4 torches. No. I think what I'm going to do is... There. This shows me where the lights are shining. And they go out 11 squares if you're counting from here. So, one... It's probably here. If the gnomes would quit carrying their personal lights around so I could see. But we want to make the best use of it, so... 1, 2, 3... Oh, I guess there's... I'll just put it there and see if it does what I want. And we'll put one... We'll want to put one down here where they're not digging yet. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, for a best use of the torch, I need to have it go a little further down here. Now, somebody's napping up here. 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's try putting one here. We can always deconstruct it and move it. So let's see when they wander away. Good, that's all lit up. They are really cute, aren't they? The gnomes. This is the best look you can get at them, though. You can't get any closer, lass, I don't think. If I hit plus again, no, it doesn't go in any closer. They're very cute. So once those guys finish digging out, then we'll continue digging down and lighting up those stairwells. I'm really hoping they find more coal. They should do. They should find a few pieces in those walls. You can see how much of the base is not lit up yet either. I gotta get that lit up too, but I think the mines are more likely to spawn bad guys. Okay, so how are we doing? Our food is good. We're not worried about food. Our drink... Oh, we gotta get that stonemason stuff set up. That workbench is finally built. Chisel. Please, make a chisel. Any kind of chisel. A raw basalt chisel, too. Make them, please. Priority. Priority is do it now. And population... I am going to go to my stonemason and I'm going to say stop mining and go do some masonry. Make that chisel. He's gonna make a chisel? He's gonna make a chisel! Yes! He's making a chisel! Because I have nothing else in there and that's the only reason it could possibly be green. He's making a chisel. So I'll have to, if this happens again, I'll have to try deconstructing and reconstructing the crude workbench again. Because maybe that was the problem in the other worlds too. Did you make it? No, that was a wood guy. What were you doing? You're doing a birch plank. Oh, dang it. No, don't do birch planks. I want a chisel. Okay. So maybe we... Okay, now it's turning green again. Let's see who goes there. Okay, he's taking stone. He is making a chisel. He is making a chisel. I'm so happy. 3 days left till the summer merchants. Something to sell? All I really have to sell is some ore. I could maybe... I don't really want to sell my wood because I'm going to need it. So I could sell some clippings. I could sell clippings. They're only worth 1 each, but I can definitely sell clippings. So actually, let's get a bunch of clippings going. So we'll have something to sell. Don't want to give them... And anything we don't sell, we can use ourselves. Now we're going to do... Let's do orange clippings. Did I pick the right thing? No, I picked heart forage. Dang it. Cancel. No, I did not mean to tell you to forage. Sorry about that. What I meant to say was take a clipping. Please. We'll take some orange clippings. And I'm going to need these eventually anyway, even if we don't sell them. So, take some of these. Okay. And I'm going to need apple clippings too. So, let's take some clippings from the apple trees. Because at some point we're going to start an orchard. Okay. That'll give us a little bit more to sell. They did it! We have a chisel. We have chisels. Okay, so I am going to deconstruct this. Oh no, should I deconstruct it or should I just set it? Let's set it to make planks. Yeah, let's make birch log planks and craft to 20. Okay. Okay, so we have a chisel. Actually, I think we're going to need more chisels, too. I think he made an extra chisel, didn't he? Because I told him 2 chisels. So, we're going to need a couple more chisels, so I'll just throw those in there. Yeah, okay. So, we have a stonecutter. At long last. This is the 2nd day of summer. So we need to get those blocks going. And, obviously, it's going to be a basalt block. And we want to have at least 10 of those around. So let's start them. And yes, this is a high priority, guys. This one, not so much. I'll put you down to more what I like to normally do. It's 5. And this one, you're still accepting generated jobs, aren't you? And I am going to take that off because you are making the planks anyway. So we'll leave that there. You, what are you doing? You're making torches, excellent. 1 workbench and 1 chair. And we got 2 tables. What kind of tables are they? Oh. I want you to make a birch table, and in fact I want you to make 2 of them. Actually 3 of them. Because that should, oop, not 23, 3. With those things in the list, we should have enough to construct another market stall. Not this year. This season, rather. But next season. Okay. Right, so you're making blocks. Excellent. So now, once I start it up, there we go. Somebody's gone there to make, that's probably our stonemason. So let's build, we're going to need our stone carver. No, stonemason. Make sure I'm making the right thing here. That's our stone cutter. So we need a stonemason next. He needs a chair. Okay. Carpenter? I think you want to make the chair next, because once we get the stone mason set up, then we can also make tables and chairs with that, as well as a saw blade. And then once we make the saw blade, we can make an actual sawmill and get rid of these crude workbenches. Sawmill will make planks much faster. Okay, so how are we doing for the clipping cutting? They are tending the fields first, which is fine, because we need the food. We need the straw to feed her. See, we got 3 now. 3 yaks. So she was pregnant, and she did get injured, but they had to have been standing on the same square, making it look like there was just 1 yak when the goblins were attacking. Oh, I wonder if they were on the same square because the male was defending her, and he was attacking the goblins as well. Oh, maybe. That's pretty cool if that was the case. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I won't open up these walls. When people arrive, I'll just put a ramp there. That might be easier than going out to these walls. Faster. So who do we have working on this? We got a farmer, the farmer, and a farmer. So we have 3 farmers. Did I set up 3 farmers? Yes, I think I did. Did I? Yes, we have 3 farmers. Yes. 2 builders, a doctor, stonemason, 2 woodcutters, 2 miners. Speaking of miners, how are they doing? Down here. I think they're all napping. Yeah. One's idle and one's sleeping. So one's probably eating. What did I want to do? I wanted to... Right, I wanted to check coal. Good. No coal. We have no coal. Well, once we get the stone cutter built, I believe we can make a... I think it's called a furnace, and then you can actually set up the workshop that's called a furnace. And we can make coal from pine, which means I probably should set up a pine grove. We don't need a big pine grove, certainly not to start with, but I should start once, so when they have a chance they can start planting the clippings in it. Because I'd like to use the pine, like I said, for coal and eventually torches. Plant trees, grove, here we go. Where do I want to put it? This one eventually is going to be much bigger. It's actually going to take up quite a bit of area over here. But yeah, actually, let's actually just make use. We got non-pine trees in there, which we'll have to clean up. But this is a nice section of pine trees that has, sort of a nice section, that has not too much else in it. I still have to do some cleanup in it, but that's a good place to start. Don't need to pick fruit. Doesn't provide fruit. And as a priority, no, it's a 5. And that would be our pine trees. Now, this is probably going to have an orange. We got lots of oranges over here. Just trying to decide where to put our orange and apple groves. I think I'll probably be putting the orange and apple groves kind of over here. And that will leave this area for us to do more farming. I'll probably move these later and put more pastures here. Yeah, so we'll have the wood groves on this side. Our pastures will be in this area. Our farms, well, that area is already kind of clear. It's just that it's a long way for them to run. And they do the farming activities a lot more often. So I think I'm going to have to move those orange trees over eventually. But then we got apples here too, don't we? Oh no, those are oranges too. Okay. Decisions. Yes, I think we'll have to move them. Fruit groves here. Regular farming in this area. Okay. That's a ways down the road. Okay, so let's see. What have we got going on here? We've got clippings for them to cut, which they'll probably do pretty quick. Unless they need to replant. No, they do need to replant. Yes, they only have some of the strawberries planted, so they're going to replant those first, and probably the wheat as well. Before they get to that other. But that's... if they don't get it done in time, well, that's just the way it is. Oh, why is this not showing me? Did the corpses disappear over time? Where's our monitor lizard? Oh, dang. I gotta get them butchered if they disappear. But we need to make a knife, and I think once we build the next thing, I can make a knife. Okay, we got our chair. Okay, so let's get that stone cutter built. Sorry, stonemason. We have everything we need. We're going to put it right next door. And we got all the pieces we need. And I am going to... we want him continuing to build planks. I think I am going to throw another chisel higher on the list. Because I'd rather... what is he making here? I did 10 blocks. Just... I'm going to change it to 4 for now. Just so that hopefully once they finish that one, then they'll go over there and... guess how many have we got here? Oh yeah, because there's like... okay, good. Go over here, make the chisel, and I'll let you do that first before I give you any jobs in here. But I am going to look at what we can make. We can make the saw. Oh, we can make the knife there. Oh, okay. Actually, the chisel is not quite that important then. Because we can make chisels here now. So, we're going to make a saw blade. I don't care what it's made out of. I just want a saw blade. Let's make a knife blade. Again, don't care what it's made out of. And for hilts, let's craft 1 birch hilt. And I know you're going to need a bellow. Need that. So we'll craft 1 haft. Oh, dang it. There. Birch haft, thank you. And we'll try to keep 1 of those on hand. And we are actually going to craft... eventually... oops, not any stick. Birch sticks, thank you. We're going to craft a birch wheelbarrow. We'll make more of those eventually, because it does speed up their hauling stuff around. But for now, I'm just kind of putting things... bellows. We're going to need that if we have to make a furnace. So I am going to put that in the list too, and I'm going to move it. I'd like 1 of those, and we're going to move it up. Is it a hilt or a haft we need? Just let me check. Knife blade. Knife. We need a hilt. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Right, the haft can go down here. I know we're going to need it, but we don't need it just yet. Okay, is there anything else in here we're going to need soonish? We're going to need a loom. And we're just going to need 1 to start with, so I won't put that on repeat. What questions did you have, Brian? You said you had 2 questions. Hearth. I think I need a furnace for what we want, not a hearth. But I better double check. So we're gonna need... that's what I want the knife for. I want the knife for the butcher shop. And I need... what was I looking up? I was looking at... and we're gonna need a distillery pretty quick too. So I should put... needs 2 barrels, so I should put 2 barrels on the list. Furnace, here we go. I need a furnace and bellows. Okay, good. I've got them. Okay. And hopefully by the time we go to build the distillery, those barrels will be ready. So you want to know if my husband liked your live stream yesterday of my mind is gone blank. Sins of the Solar Empire? Yes, he did actually. He doesn't actually really like real-time strategy games if you don't have any kind of pause feature. But he did find it very interesting. It is a kind of game that he would like to play. Like he said, if they had a pause feature, he would have been all over it and wanted it right away. Because it doesn't have the pause feature, he would still like to get it, but I'm going to be putting it on... it's on my wish list now, because I'm the one that's usually on Steam looking these things up. But it's on the wish list for when it's on sale, at least $10 or under, before he'll get it. I don't know if it's an age-related thing or not, because we're both older. I mean, we're not, we're retiring or anything like that, but we're certainly not in our 20s anymore. And he finds that he doesn't like the real-time stuff, whatever kind of game it is. If it's real-time, if there's no kind of pause feature, he's not usually that interested. Although, like you said, he did find that one interesting enough that he will give it a try. But he knows that. I think part of what made him want to give it a try too is the fact you can slow the game down somewhat with that setting that you used. But I think if it weren't for that, even though it looked interesting, he probably wouldn't even have asked me to put it on the wish list to keep an eye on it for when it's on sale. And myself, I'm like that too. I don't really like real-time strategy either, or first-person shooters. Skyrim, you could argue it's kind of like a first-person shooter in that, when you're fighting, you don't really, it's not turn-based, but you can pause it because you can go into any kind of inventory or whatever screen, and it pauses it and gives you time to think. And I'm glad. I'm glad because if they didn't have that, as much as I like the rest of the game, I don't know if I would have continued to play it as much as I have. Because, I'd never liked adrenaline rushes. It's not my thing. I don't like the feeling it gives me. I don't like feeling shaky and whatnot. Nor do I like playing a game that makes me irritable. But yes, so he did like the look of it. So, too long, didn't listen. He liked it. Wants to get it eventually. Number 2. Sure, you can send me your mod list if you like. I can only really comment on the ones, obviously, that I've tried out before. But if I see any that I know have had issues in the past, I can tell you about, or if there's ones that I particularly like things about, I can tell you that too. Especially since I've been doing Zajira, I haven't really been checking out any new mods because I only have the one installation on my system. Okay, so what do we got? We got a honey badger. Where are you? Dang it! How did you get in here? Oh, never mind. You're up on the second level. So you're not in here. You're out there. And you were just spotted because there's people working in the fields. Okay. But yeah, sure, I'd be happy to give you any advice that I can think of when I look at the mod list. Like I said, I'm a little bit out of the loop now because since I started Zajira's Travels in March, I haven't really been, except for ones that people mentioned to me, I haven't been keeping up on the mods because I know that it's like I do not want to have more than one install on my system because I think it's just gonna be I'd get confused and end up breaking something. And it's just simpler to keep it to the one install. And so any of the newer ones I won't know anything about really. But the older ones, older than March, I will. There's a possibility I've heard or seen them or used them. Okay, let's get this going again. So they are bringing up some ore. That's nice. Okay, so our woodcutters, what are they doing? Stocking an item and sleeping. Okay. Are we out of wood? No, we have plenty of birch logs. So why are you stocking an item? What item are you stocking? Let's have a look, see if I can see what's in his hands. Where are you? Woodcutter. Aussie. Equipment. He's got a dirt clump. Why are you doing dirt stuff? Let's look at the carpenter. You have plenty to do here. And if you need planks, you should be making those first. Birch plank on repeat. Let's cancel that. Birch log. Craft to 10. I know I set this other one on 20, but that's so that... I know we're going to need another chisel. Are you not doing anything because I have chisels? Well, let's take those out and see what happens. Well, now you're going there. What's the priority on this one? 2. Okay. So you weren't doing anything because chisel happened to be at the top of the list. So, should I be just saying... Is it because I'm mixing commands? If I just say make a chisel, craft 1. Okay, so somebody's going over there. Excellent. But why do we have nobody... He is making planks. Okay, so he's going to craft them 2. Actually, let's make it 10 because that'll give him something to work with. And... what's the priority on this guy? 1. Let's make the priority on this. It's on 5 priority. Okay, well, we'll leave that. Oh, there might be a mod to change that, to add a pause. That would be awesome if there is for Sins of the Solar Empire. I know that would definitely move the want to get it back up to high for my husband. It's one that I would probably play to at some point. I have to be in the mood for it, and I'm not really in the mood for science fiction at the moment, so... Especially if there's a pause feature, then I'd be like my husband. I'd definitely try it at some point. Okay, well... let's see what our miners are up to down here. They still have plenty of work to do. Okay, that's fine. So they've cleaned out this area, so we can go ahead with lighting that up. So let's put this on. I'm just going to pause it while I do this. Torch. So we got 6 torches. So that's nice. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's put the torch there. And it looks like we're going to be needing a torch over here. So it's a little hard to tell with the gnome here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we put it there, in theory it should light up to there, so we'll see. We can always adjust its location if it's not ideal. Okay, get this lit up so we don't have any more bad guys. Or, well, I don't mean any more, since none in this game, this playthrough has spawned down here, but I do not want them. And we have 1 day left, so now we got that, what they've worked on, lit up. Let's go back outside, and then we're gonna have to light up out here too. I don't know if they can spawn within this area if it's not lit up, or whether they always spawn on the edge and just head in. That's not something I know. So they've been too busy working on the fields to do any clipping cutting. And I never... oh no, I was just about to say, I never did set up that thing, but I did. It's right there. Once it's set up as a grove, then when they're ready to be taken care of, as soon as a farmer cuts a clipping, if you set the clipping, which I have, then a woodcutter is told by the system to come over and cut the tree down. So that's all automatic, and that's why having the actual grove set up is good. The same thing with the fruit. The fruit grows. Once the fruit is ready to be harvested, then they'll go and do that automatically. And eventually we'll have that set up, but it's not yet. We have other things needing doing first? I wonder. I am going to move these, so maybe... No, I've got too much... I don't have a separate carpenter yet. Person, that is. I don't have a separate gnome carpenter. And if I tell them to cut down trees, they're both going to come out here and start chopping down trees instead of making chairs and whatnot. And we need the bellows and the furnace. So we got another chair built, and we got 3 tables. That's excellent. And this is why I wanted them to do that. I'm hoping we can get a second. Okay, so that's our main door, so we want to actually plink it down right there. So let's see. Sure, why not? Let's put it right there. Right there? No, you don't like it. Oh, because you're encroaching on the other guy's territory. Okay, fine. Let's put you there. So I should have everything needed, yes. Okay, so let's just pause it here and see if we have what we need to make our butcher. Okay, so we need 1 table, we need a chair, and we need a knife, but I want to wait. Oh no, can I select it, actually? And by select it, I mean, can I say use that one lonely birch table, pine table, and that way I don't have to worry about it conflicting with the other guy. Okay, so we are going to put our butcher right there. So we can get those goblin... Yeah, look, the gnomes' bodies have vanished too. We gotta get that built so that we can get these butchered before they vanish. We need those bones. So they will vanish in time. I wonder if you can... Goblin corpse. Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of information about when it's gonna vanish. So hopefully we can get our... thing here built before then. And actually, I'm going to undesignate the Great Hall so I can throw a torch in the middle and then I'll put it back. Is a torch going to light it all up though? 1, 2, 3... Actually, this is a good way to measure it. It's 16 across. Yes, it's going to light it up. 1 torch in the center will light it up just fine. So, remove designation. Let's pause it. Let's build. I think as long as we told it to build the torch. Or build the, I think that's the center. Visually, it looks close enough. Now we can redesignate it. And I see that we're down to 5 minutes left. So I just have to keep that in mind and not get too distracted, because that, I will admit, time flies when you're having fun. And I am having fun. Hopefully you are too. And designation. Designate area. We want to make the room. Dining room. 1, 2, 3. So the question is, do I want, because I'm going to need at least 2 kitchen tables, probably eventually 2 butchers, and 2 distilleries. So I think I can, if I leave them along the edge of the room, I can make the rest of it the Great Hall. There we go. Okay, now can I pause it? You can see that where the torch was placed, it is not designated as part of the room, which is fine. But that gives us a central torch to light it up. So probably going to have to do the same thing here, actually. Although, in this case, it's a small enough room I could probably put the torch at the back here. So maybe while I'm thinking of that, I will go ahead and undesignate that, because we don't exactly have any bandages to put in there yet. And I will once we start getting bandages built, by that time I should have a torch in there and I can put that stockroom back. Although it might be... yeah, no. I was going to put it back and I'm like, no, I don't want to place that torch here because I don't know when we're going to get that coal. Okay, we might be able to build the furnace now. The only issue I have at the moment is I don't know if I want to put it in this room. Okay, this will be our catch-all room. If I can separate them out later and make them tidier. Let's see. Now we need a furnace. Oh, they haven't built the furnace yet. Okay. He's asleep in the chair. That's why there's no furnace. And I did say make a furnace, so... yeah, let's actually see craft one, because we're going to need a furnace later. We're also going to need a hearth. I would like to build a trough, too, for the animals. But I don't think that's really necessary yet. Yeah, I don't care what it's built out of. Just make a hearth. Now, I'm thinking I am going to need to chop down some of these trees sooner rather than later, because... okay, so they do have orange clippings. They've done the clipping stuff. And I am just going to tell my guys to chop down these trees because we need to get... that's enough to start with. And I'm going to tell them to forage the same area, clear it out. I think I already told them to forage stuff there. Anyway, point being, we need to get more wheat fields going because we got 3 yaks now. And we're going to be needing more straw soon. Not only for them, but to build our beds. Actual proper beds. Oh, for Sins of the Solar Empire. Yeah, maybe they didn't put it in because they were going to have it for multiplayer. But still, they should have like a multiplayer mode and a player mode. Or a single player mode. And just have it enabled for the single player mode. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't have done that. Okay, so they're building that market stall. Somebody is thinking, oh, here comes a table. Looks like there's already at least one table there, so there's table number 2. So they need the 3rd table and then a chair. Wonder if they'll grab the stone chair or the birch chair. My guess is they'll grab this one because they might think it's closer. But, well, I guess really either one. Equidistant. Which one will you pick? Which one? Yes, you took the birch chair. Which means the stone chair will be used over here. Okay, so it looks like the farmers are replanting the field. And once they are a little more caught up on stuff, then I will clean these out, get the clay out of there, and put down a soil floor so that I can actually put trees there. But I'm not too worried about that just at the moment, because I've also got to clean out these stray trees that I don't want. Oh, hear that music? That means that there is an enemy been spawned somewhere, but none of my gnomes have seen it. Oh, there we go, a goblin. How did you get in? How? He killed a yak. There's a dead yak there. Oh! It's because it's lit up. It has to be because the area's not lit up. Okay. Hope not too many people are asleep. Yeah, the yak has died. He did kill one of my yaks. Go get him. Go kick his ass. Oh, there's 2 of them. No! This could go bad. Come on, guys. Get in there. Get in there. Get him. 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 No, get him. Get him. One of them's dead. Get the other one. Get him. Get him. Get him. Kill him. He killed a yak. Get revenge. The goblin has died. Okay, so did anybody else die? Oh, you guys did it. I'm so proud of you. I think the yaks run away. Did they? I said a yak has died, not 3 yaks have died. Oh, there they are. Now they're coming back, so they do flee. So that's what it was the first time. The yak we saw in there was the one that Goblin was beating up. The other one fled. Oh, too bad. I was hoping they'd help. Oh, at least the yak body is there. So we can butcher the yak. Oh, so what have we got? I hope we have a male left. Yes, we do have a male, and hopefully that's female. Male. Dang it, so we're gonna have to buy a female. Well, that's annoying. We only need 1 male. So once the butcher shop is up and running, I'll probably butcher that second male. Because all he's doing is eating food. This is built. Excellent. Butcher shop. Corpses. I want you to butcher all of these. Butcher. Do it. And temporarily. No. I'm going to create a bone stone pile for them to put bones in because the bones build up so quickly. Not designate. I want. Yes, it is designate, but I want stock. Designate. Thank you. Stockpile. And we're just gonna put it here. It's not gonna stay here, I don't think, but bones. Let's just put the bones in there. Bones and skulls. And on this corpse pile here, we're going to take off the bones because we don't want them putting the bones out here and filling it up. Okay, well actually I have gone over time. Yes, Brian, it is a good time to end. They have successfully fought off their second goblin attack, which is awesome. No gnomes have died, which is also awesome. It's not so good that our only female was killed. But perhaps it was the kindest thing after all. She was blind, and perhaps had other permanent injuries which we couldn't see. Not that being blind is a reason to put something down. Not unless it's suffering. So don't think I'm saying that. I had a blind cat, and she did just fine, so... So being blind is not the sole reason for cleaning, or for cleaning. What did I say? Cleaning for sending a creature to its reward. It's only if there's other things that you should consider whether this animal is suffering. Anyway, I'll get off that topic. Yes, we have successfully fought off our second goblin attack. We are still out of bandages. But we've only lost the 3 gnomes from the monitor lizard, believe it or not. Killed 3 gnomes. 3 of them, I think they all bled to death. But we're getting close to getting bandages back. And next time we play, we should have the merchants. And we will see if we can actually get another female yak. And yeah, so I guess we have recovered somewhat. I mean, we're still not out of the woods yet from that rather sad start when everybody lost all the bandages because they were bleeding everywhere and had to fix themselves. Yeah, I think we're not doing too bad after all. Perhaps Valrubia does not have to be reborn as new Valrubia. The original may make it after all. So let's save and exit. And thank you very much, Brian, for watching. And anybody that watches this video later on, I hope you'll come back and check on Sundays, 1 p.m. I keep saying MST, but it's MDT right now, Mountain Daylight Savings Time. And every Sunday, 1 p.m., real life willing, there will be a stream of Gnomoria. Well, thank you again, and I will just flip over to the right page so that I can say goodbye by ending the stream. See ya!